put a rock here. And let's see. Perfect. Puts the camera upon the rock. Builds his house upon the rock. Whoa. Boo! Little muffin boo, little muffin boo, little muffin boo, muffin boo. Boo! Squeeze boo. You want to say hi to everybody? Today is May 17th, just before Shabbat, Shavuot, or the day of Pentecost, or the Sabbath, Pentecost. My reckoning of time is way off. I am young in the sense. Whoop. Boom. Just like, well, you don't know how to eat yet. So are we when we become new. Give us this day our daily bread. And they say, don't keep the commandments, and they were fulfilled by Jesus. Jesus never did away with them. He fulfilled and ratified them. Came and interpreted them. Which is why the high priests and the Pharisees wanted to kill him, because he came and exalted himself, rightly so, over the Pharisees as high priest, and interpreted the scriptures by the way of the heart of the scriptures, the spirit of the scriptures, as they should be written in our hearts. That's why he says, as it is written. And in fact, the Torah or scriptures were kept because, or how they were kept, where they had to memorize it. It was very expensive for them to write it all down, so it was memorized. Even to this day, they have 12-year-old Jewish kids that memorize large portions of the Torah and scriptures and discuss it. So that's how it was kept. It was written in our hearts. It's always been that way. It's a shadow picture. And that's when Yeshua came down to teach us. He interpreted it and told us to write it in our hearts, bringing us right back in the shepherd's flock, if you will, right back in under the protection of our shepherd, of our Father. And that's why he says, not one jot or one tittle will be done away with until all has been fulfilled. All has not been fulfilled. He has not come back yet. If we look at the fall feast, the trumpets, it clearly outlines what is echoed in Revelation. And in fact, we see this, the feasts and all these prophets. Oh no, I don't have no more. I'm sorry. There's the spoon. Had the spoon. I know, there's nothing on there, huh? I'm sorry. So we have all of the shadow pictures, all the prophets and feasts. We have, Abraham, with God's promise that He'll provide His own lamb. That promise and agreement, covenant still stood, even when Moses came along and gave the commandments and entered into a new covenant between Yahweh and Israel. The covenant with Abraham still stood. That's why we have the Messiah. So it was never done away with. It's always stood, and that's a shadow picture. That's what it means to be a shadow picture of things to come. So when we look at Revelation, if you want to skip ahead, when you look at Revelation, it seems to cut in half. Again, it's a shadow picture. It's kind of telling you what happened and then kind of goes back and it tells you what happened again. A shadow picture with things to come. It's echoed throughout mankind's history, and especially in the scriptures and in the Bible. That's all I got right now. That's all I got. I'm sorry, Madam Muffin. Oh no. Okay. You say bye-bye? You say bye-bye over here? Okay.